Hello, 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 hello. How are y'all today? I am so happy to be on here. I'm going to give you all a couple of seconds to jump on and then we will start talking. So I hope you are just excited as I am to be watching today. Toot, 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 toot. I always like to give everybody a couple of seconds to come on because I love to come on here and give you valuable information. All right, so people are starting to jump on, so I'm going to get started with you today. Okay, so today I am going to talk to you about circulating funds. If you don't know what that means, circulating funds, AKA, is using somebody else's money. That is very important when it comes to doing a lot of things that you have to do, whether it's for finances, whether it's for your business, whether it's just for you personally alone. All of those things are important when you use other people's money. And so this is important. Do you know why it's important? Well, I'm going to tell you why it's important. It is very important when you use other people's money, especially in your business, especially when you're trying to get things done, because most of the time you have to pay it back. That's one of the major things that you have to do. And you know what, guys? I did not introduce myself today. So let me let y'all know who I am. My name is Tay Lee, and I am your money maximizer. I teach entrepreneurs how to never go broke so they can freestyle their lifestyle and gain financial freedom today. So you guys know who I am, and I hope you are ready to learn about circulating funds in any and all areas. So when it comes to circulating funds, people say, oh, I don't want loans. Oh, I don't want line of credits. Oh, I don't want credit cards. And do you know why they say this? They say this because they are not secure in what they're doing. They're not using it correctly. So when they think of loans, when they think of lines of credits, when they think of credit cards, they're automatically going to think of negative. And it is not that way. It is not negative if you know how to use it. We have to get to a point to where we are making our money work for us and we are not working for it. And so circulating funds is one of those ways. I have a business. I've had a business for 10 years now. I use other people's money. I could use my own money, but why? I can use other people's money because I have a strategic way of doing it. And that's how you should also do it. And so let me give you the very, very, very first thing when you are actually thinking about using other people's money and circulating funds. You always have to have a plan. Having a plan is important. I don't care who is telling you that you don't need to have a plan and you just need to wing it and you need to figure it out as you go. That is not the truth. You have to have a plan when you are using other people's money. When you have a plan, it lets you know exactly what you want to do with the money, what you need the money for, how you need to use it, which way it will go. Because when you do not have a plan, you'll start using that money that you just received, whether it's credit cards, whether it's loans, whether it's investors, whether it's this line of credits. You will start using that money for things that are not important, that wasn't even intended for what you got the money for. So, an example, you got the money for your business because you need to hire an assistant to help you because you're growing. So you went and got the money from whomever you got the money from. But you didn't necessarily have a plan. You just went out and got the money. And so when you went out and got the money, you just kind of winged it. So you have your cousin that needs help with this, and your mom needs to pay her bills there. And then the kids need this. And so since you don't have a plan, you start using that money for everything but what it was intended for. And that's not how it goes. You have to have a set plan when you use other people's money. You have to have a set plan in order to circulate funds because you can get in over your head. And when you get in over your head, you end up being stressed out, you end up being burnt out, and you end up in tons of debt that you're not able to repay because you didn't have a plan in the beginning. You didn't know where your money was going. You didn't know what you were doing it for, and you know how or what you did not know anything. So make sure when you go out here and you start using other people's money, you start circulating funds, that you have a plan and not just a throw together plan. You have a strategic plan. You hear me? A strategic plan of what you're going to do with it. What are you going to use it for? Do you really need it? How much you need? Where would it go? How would you spread it around? All of those things are important when it comes to circulating funds. If you don't hear me now, you will hear me later. Those are important, I promise you, when it comes to circulating funds. The second thing that you need to know when you are using other people's money, aka circulating funds, you have to know when you are going to pay it back. So within your plan, whether you do it after you put your plan together for that or right after, you have to know the timeline of when you're actually going to pay everything back. That's important. It's just part of the process. Every time I get money from the bank, every time I get money from investors, any and all times I say, okay, so when I get this amount of money, this is when I'm going to pay it back. I have a timeline of when I'm going to pay it back. I know what I'm going to pay it back for. When I first took out a loan to start a tax franchise, I can't remember the year, but it had to be at least 6 or 7 years ago. When I started that tax franchise, I knew how much money I was going to take out. I knew when I was going to pay back. I knew the turnaround time. I knew all of those things. It wasn't something that I had to guess, because I knew that if I didn't pay the money back within the time frame that I had, what it would look like. And I know me, I do not like being stressed about money. I hope you don't like being stressed about money either. Because regardless of what you have going on, you want to be stress free. You want to be happy, and you want your money to work for you. When you go borrow other people's money, it's not for you to go into debt. It is for you to advance. It is for you to turn your money around. It is for you to make your money work for you. Always remember that. Don't let anybody tell you differently. But you have to have the mindset. You have to have the mindset in order for it to work. Because if you don't have the mindset for it to work, it will not work. So you always have to remember, one, that you have to have a plan. Two, you need to know the timeline of when you're going to pay back any of the circulating funds, any of other people's money. You have to know these things. And then the third thing that you need to know what would the interest rate be. And you also, or if you're doing an investor, if you have to give up a certain amount of your company, you need to know all of these things when you're using other people's money. Don't go out there and just take something because it sounds good, but you haven't looked at the fine print. When you don't look at the fine print, it will come back and stab you in the back, and you will be stressed out, torn down, sad, upset, worried, crying, trying to figure out what you are going to do in order to make it happen. So make sure you read the fine print when it comes to the interest rates, when it comes to giving up a percentage of your business, when it comes to when it is actually paid back. All of these are important. If you don't hear me any other time that I talk, hear me now, because I'm telling you, these are important. They will make or break you. They will make or break your finances. They will make or break your business. I am telling you. So make sure that you follow these 3 steps. If you don't hear anything else I say, make sure you follow these steps because they are important. Okay. So make sure you have a plan. Always have a plan, y'all. Having a plan is important. I don't care. Listen, having a plan is important. So go ahead and have one. Have a plan. Then have a timeline of when you're actually going to pay back whatever it is that you take, whether it's an investor, whether it's a loan, or whether it's a credit card. All of those things matter. And then you need to make sure you check the fine print, check the interest rates, check if you have to give up a percentage of your company, because if you don't do these things that I just told you to do, you'll end up, once again, sad, stressed, and depressed. So go ahead and make it work. Make your money work for you and you not work for it. Be strategic about what you're doing when you're using other people's money. It's okay. All of these things that they are saying are bad. They are not bad unless you make them bad. They are not bad unless you're not knowledgeable in the areas and taking out the time to learn. And so I'm on here giving y'all these nuggets so that you can know. So that you can know when it's time for you to advance. So you can know when it's time for you to start up your business. So you can know any and all of these things. It is possible, y'all. I'm telling you this. So go ahead and make it happen. But follow these 3 things that I told you so that you can be excited about using other people's money and not stressed about it, okay? And so that's all I wanted to give y'all today. I hope you had your notebooks out or your phone or wherever it is that you take notes, because that is something that you need to know. And this is something that you need to use for the future. Okay. And so I hope you all have a awesome rest of the week. I love to come on here and talk to y'all. Once again, my name is Tay Lee and I am your money maximizer. I teach entrepreneurs how to never go broke so they can freestyle their lifestyle and gain financial freedom today. So y'all have an awesome day and I will see you later. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye.